Why is there no
Self-love means loving yourself.
I'm looking.
Sorry, network is really bad.
Phone.
Sorry, network is really bad.
Hello. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's happening to my network today. Like, I'm practically struggling. Can anyone hear me right now? Can you all hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, if you can. Okay, thank you. Sorry about the network issue. So I was
Yes,
asking,
ma'am.
what is self-love? How can we define self-love? If you know what self-love is, yes, Victoria, unmute and tell me.
Self-love
Loving
means loving
yourself more.
yourself
Beautiful.
more.
So how do you show that love? How do you love yourself more?
By showering yourself, well, by brushing your teeth
Okay,
well, and other
beautiful. Good
things.
job, Victoria. Thank you very much. Yes, who wants to tell us again? Self-love. Ujamara, you want to say something about self-love?
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, so who else wants to tell me?
Self-love means having positive care about yourself and your body image.
I didn't get that.
Self-love means having positive care of your body and your body image.
Oh. Who else? Who wants to say acceptance? Please, can you all see me? Can you see me?
Video is off.
Yes, ma'am.
I can see myself. If you can see me, tell me
No.
yes. Like some people, okay, Ujamara said no. Who else is not? So nobody's seeing me, but I'm seeing myself.
No. No.
Okay, thank you. All right. That's funny. Because I need to share my screen. Let me log in on my phone. Can anyone see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see?
Yes, yes. Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
You just off your video now.
I can't hear you. Can okay. Now we can hear you. We can see you.
I cannot hear you.
I cannot hear you, but I can see you.
So can you hear me and see me, everybody?
Yes, ma. We can hear you and
Yes,
see you.
ma.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right, I'm going to try and share my screen right now. I'm hoping that you're able to see it. Okay, we're supposed to watch a video. I don't know if the video is ready so that we can take that. Laptop, because I don't want the echoing. Hello, please, can you mute? Oh, I'm on two devices right now. So, okay, so can you still see me and hear me?
Yes, ma.
All right, so I want to share my screen. Can we have the video? I do hope. Can we have the video? All right, so if the video is not ready, I think I'll just share my screen. Today's network is wonderful. I really apologize for the network. I don't know what's happening, but I'm trying to share my screen.
Improving your mental health and Hey Psych2Goers, welcome back to another video. Do you know what self-love is? It's more than changing your hair, getting a new wardrobe, or attempting to redefine yourself. Self-love is gaining an appreciation for yourself through the physical, emotional, and spiritual support you provide yourself with. It's not a fixed state, but can grow over time through actions that lead to maturity. Establishing self-love can be a long journey, but it's a vital step to improving your mental health and overall happiness. So, here are a few tips that may help you along the way. Number 1, forgive yourself. Are you incredibly tough on yourself? Sometimes when you're struggling for perfection, you end up overlooking the fact that you're only human. Although you may tell yourself that you're just holding yourself accountable, too much self-deprecation can be harmful to your mental health. Instead, learning to forgive yourself for the mistakes you make and treating them as opportunities to grow is a step towards practicing self-love. Number 2, be mindful. Are the goals you set for yourself really what you want, or are they pushed onto you by society? Being introspective or mindful can give you a sense of clarity into who you are, how you think, and what you want. It arms you with self-knowledge that you can use to move forward. Some ways to practice mindfulness include keeping a journal, meditating, or just taking some time to self-reflect. Number 3, act on what you need. Do you know what gives you energy? What makes you happy? Perhaps you're feeling overwhelmed with needing to spend so much time with your friends or colleagues, but feel bad for wanting to step away. Choosing to go anyways may end up draining your energy and leaving you exhausted. That's why it's so important to identify the things that make you feel better versus the things that make you feel worse. Knowing what you need and acting on those needs is a form of self-love, and it can go a long way for your mental and emotional well-being. Which brings us to number 4, set boundaries. Are there certain behaviors that you're not willing to put up with? The purpose of setting boundaries is not to kick people out of your
Today's network is wonderful. All right, so far, can you just type in the chat? Let's see whether the
life,
video will
but rather
continue.
to
But
help you
type in the chat.
identify what is acceptable or
See.
welcomed in your life and what's not. Healthy boundaries help you who takes pleasure in your misery is important for yourself. Live in number 5. Protect yourself. What type of people do you surround yourself with?
I'm not hearing.
Okay, today, yeah, network is just interrupting everything today.
Another way to practice self-love is to protect yourself. This may
All right, let me see.
in your day.
Okay, so let's just pause the video on that. The network is just crazy today. Sorry, guys. But at least we've seen it's mentioned like 3 or 4 ways, right? What have you taken away from the short thing that you've heard from the video, right? Yes, you raise your digital hand, then you unmute and say whatever it is that you want to say. Please mute. Can you mute? If you want to say something, you say mute. Yes. Who else? Who has something to say? Or you want to type in the
Forgive
comment
yourself.
section? Good.
Forgive
Forgive
yourself.
yourself. Yes. You can say to set boundaries. Good job.
Be mindful. Act on what you need. Set boundaries. Protect yourself.
Set boundaries. Protect yourself. Forgive yourself. Be mindful. Act on what you need. Set boundaries. Protect yourself. That's key. Thank you very much for listening, even with the whole interruption. Now, last week we talked about self-discovery, right? And self-discovery is a very important step in building confidence, because you cannot be confident in who you don't know or what you don't know. When you know yourself, you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you can say, this is me, right? When you've discovered yourself, you can be confident and say, this is why I do the things I do. This is why. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you
ma.
hear me now?
Yes,
Okay,
ma.
okay, good. Good. So I'm saying that loving yourself is the best gift that you can give yourself. You know that sometimes you feel like, I'm not as fine as this person. I'm not as pretty as this person. This person is better than me. This person is more intelligent. I wish I had what another person has. Have any of us felt that way before? Please, can we put on our videos so that at least I can see your faces and be sure that I'm with some people? Thanks to those whose videos and all are on. Please, not distracting us with your videos. Yes. Have you ever felt like you're not good enough, or that someone, if only you were this slim, if only you were this handsome, if only you were this intelligent, if only you used to speak like somebody else? Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt that way before? Okay.
Yes, ma.
Okay. Okay, good. So sometimes you just feel like, oh, maybe somebody's better than me. But today we're talking about self-love. Have you ever felt angry because you felt like somebody didn't like you the way you wanted them to like you? Have you felt that way before?
Yes,
And
ma.
you say, maybe you like, there's this friend that you like so much. You want her to be your friend, or you want him to be your friend, and they're not giving you the same positive vibe. You just be feeling very angry, especially when you're crushing on somebody and you're crushing on another person. Don't open your eyes. You know what I'm talking about, right? Good. So, today we're talking about loving yourselves. Sometimes we just we give that responsibility of loving ourselves to someone else. That's why you feel so bad when someone else is not loving you like you want, right? You feel so terrible about that. But you should love yourself first. Is very, very important. So self-love and acceptance, and you're loving yourself. You're not loving only the good thing about you. You are loving everything about you. You're loving your strength. You're loving your weaknesses. You're loving everything about you, because you are wonderfully and you are fearfully made. Is that okay? All right. So let me share my screen right now. Can you see my screen, guys? Can you see my screen? Okay, so you can see my screen. This is our module 2. Nothing to before we go in, can we all take our slogan together? Unmute and let's read it together, everybody. Confidence is my superpower.
Confidence is my
Confidence is
superpower.
my superpower.
I
I stand tall, I shine bright.
I shine bright.
Confidence
right.
The confidence
is
me is
unstoppable.
unstoppable.
Me is unstoppable. Yes. Okay. Confidence is our superpower. So every time you're standing tall, shining bright, because the confident you is unstoppable. Nurturing self-love and acceptance. Before we continue, everybody give yourself a hug and tell yourself, I love you. Okay. Call your name, Christine. I love you. And tell yourself, I love you. Okay.
I love
I
you.
love you.
And
You
I
are
love you.
special. You are beautiful. You are awesome. Okay.
Victoria, I love you.
Good. That you are perfect. And that's why he made you the way that you are. And our today's quote is, love yourself first and everything else falls into line. And this quote is by Lucille Bally. Love yourself first and everything else falls into line. Now, don't give the responsibility of loving yourself to another person. Mommy is going to love you. Daddy loves you. Your siblings love you. Yes, everyone loves you. But do you love yourself? You have to love yourself first. The Bible says love your neighbor as yourself, right? Because it's important for you to love yourself, because you cannot give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love your neighbor. Okay? All right. So let's look at what's the difference between selfishness and self-love. Selfishness versus self-love. Can I have someone read it for me? Just one person, please.
Selfishness. This is talking from others and using them to get what you want without thinking about their well-being.
Okay, thank you, Victoria, for that. Fumilayo, can you read self-love for me?
Self-love. This is appreciating and valuing yourself without taking advantage of others. Taking care of yourself doesn't mean neglecting others. It means you can help others better once your own needs are met.
Do you see that? That selfishness is taking from others and using them to get what you want without thinking about their well-being, without thinking about how they feel. Do you understand? You just want to use them emotions, you don't care about how they feel. But on the other hand, self-love is appreciating you, looking yourself in the mirror and understanding that you are beautiful and you are perfect, and taking care of that beautiful or handsome you is valuing yourself without taking advantage of other people, is respecting yourself and also respecting others, is taking care of yourself. Because you can help others better when you take care of yourself. So when you know how to love yourself and take care of yourself, you can love other people and take care of other people. So when you see people that are so mean to other people, it only means that they don't love themselves. And so because they don't love themselves, they are mean to other people because they don't know how to be nice to themselves. So you see, self-love is first about you. It's about you taking care of yourself, because when you understand that I'm beautiful, I need to take, when something is valuable to you, what do? You take care of that thing, right? When something is valuable to you, you take care of that thing. So if you have value to yourself, you take care of yourself. You know, some of us have friends that we value so much. When they're coming to your house, you're making special meals for them, you're serving them with special plates, you're keeping your house all neat because you felt this special person is coming. But when it's you, you feel like it's me now. Is it not me? So you just drop your things anyhow, you know, you're not taking care of yourself because you don't feel like you are important. So you can see that selfishness is not the same thing with self-love. Selfishness is more like using other people, right? Not caring about them, using them to get what you want without thinking about their well-being or anything. But self-love is appreciating yourself, valuing yourself, okay, without taking advantage of other people. Okay? So let's look at benefits of taking care of yourself. You see, when you love yourself, right, it helps you lower stress. Because you love yourself, you are able to take care of yourself very well. You know the things that are not.
We can't hear you, ma.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, guys, my network is something else today. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma. We can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening to my network. It's
Masa,
really.
can you switch to any other network?
I'm switching. I'm using two different networks. I'm switching. Yet it's giving me the same thing. I just
Try the
switched
various
and it's
network
still
or
going
something.
off
Any
and
other
on. I don't know why.
network.
Yeah, that's what I've done now. Okay.
Avoid them. Yes, please.
All right. So what that means is that I might not be able to share my screen, but you're going to be hearing what I'm saying, right? Okay. So what did
Yes,
I
ma.
say? What did I say was different between self-love and selfishness? Please, can you help me with the door? What's the difference between self-love and selfishness?
In selfishness, you will not love yourself, but in self-love, you will love yourself
Good.
more.
Self-love, you love yourself more. And when you love yourself, you take care of yourself, right? And that's
Yes.
so when you love yourself, it lowers your stress level. It helps you. You know, when you love yourself and you are facing challenges, you're not hard on you're not hard on yourself. Now, how many of you have maybe you made a mistake and you feel like the world has ended? Like, oh, I did something very bad. You feel like the world has ended. You feel like, oh, I don't deserve any good thing again. Like you are so hard on yourself. Have you ever felt that way before? Now, when you really love yourself, you understand that you are a human being and you make mistakes, right? So you will be more resilient. Okay? You'll be more resilient. So, benefit of loving yourself is that it helps you lower stress. How does it lower stress for you? Because you love yourself, you will not go and do something that you know is not good for you. For those of us that are in the university, you know, you cannot say you love yourself and you go and be taking drugs that you know that one day your brain might just knock. Do you understand? That's an act of self-hate. It's you don't love yourself if you do that to yourself. You know that you have allergies, right? And you go ahead and take those things that hurt you. That's not loving yourself. So you see, when you do the things that stress you, when you love yourself, when you understand yourself and the way your system works, right? You are able to lower your stress level because you are in charge. Okay, because you are in charge, because you know what is good for you, because you know what's good for you. All right, so self-love is important, and it's important to help you with lowering your stress level. It's important with helping you to build resilience, so when you make mistakes and fail, you come back and say, no, I know that I can do better. You understand, you see it in a better light. Now, when you love yourself, you can take reasonable risk, right? You can do the things that you need to do to be a better person. When you love yourself, you have empathy for other people. You love other people too. You can see yourself in other people's shoes and say, okay, this person is feeling this way. This is happening to this person because of one thing or the other. All right. And when you love yourself, you set boundaries. You know what it means to set boundaries? When you are with people who don't love you, when you're with people who make you feel less of yourself, maybe you have friends that are just telling you every time, we're just managing you, you're not even good enough. When you love yourself, you know that this is not the circle I should be at all. Do you understand that? When you love yourself, you can look at yourself and say, no, this is not where I should be. When you are among people who keep telling you you're not good enough, you know, you are too fat, you are too slim, you are too ugly, you don't even know anything. You are constantly with people who are talking bad about you, who are abusing you emotionally, and you feel like, no, they are my friends, I need to with them. When you love yourself, you know that no, negativity is not good for me. So you avoid those kind of friends. You avoid those kind of friends. So self-love helps you know yourself better. It helps you love yourself. And when you love yourself, you don't indulge in things that will sabotage you. You don't involve in things that will mess your life up. All right? Because we're a product of the decisions that we make. And every not a Christian, whatever you sow, you will reap. Do you understand? So you need to understand that it's important to love yourself. Victoria, are you being distracted with that cat on your head? Don't distract us. Thank you. All right, you can remove it, please. All right, please, can we concentrate? I can see it. All right. So you see, loving yourself is very, very important. When you love yourself, and you find yourself, maybe you've just finished school, or you're in secondary school, or even in the university, and you find yourself among people who you know you don't share the same values with. You know that what these people are doing does not is not part of who I am. You know that you are not a tree. You can move. The thing is that sometimes we feel like we are strong. No, I cannot be tempted. But even Bible says that evil how did the Bible say that now? Evil communication corrupts good manners. So there is nobody that is odieshi that will be. They said if you are moving with 5 fools, there is a mistake. There are 6 fools because you're the 6th one. So you must love yourself enough to ensure that you see yourself always in the right company. Always have that intelligence to scan. Am I in the right place? What are these people saying? Does it align with my values? Does it align with my belief? If it does not align with your belief and your values, you will excuse yourself. All right? Make friends with people who will make you feel better about yourself. So you see, when you love yourself, you're able to set the right boundaries. You are able to say no to things that do not align with your values and your beliefs. All right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to see are the 10 signs of lack of self-love. So if you see yourself in any of these, just take notes so that after this, you tell me how many did you see yourself in? All right, because sometimes we do certain things that we don't know that we're self-sabotaging ourselves, like we're not helping ourselves when we do those things, right? The number one thing that shows that you don't love yourself, you see, the perfectionism syndrome. Everything has to be perfect. So because you want something to be perfect, you find out that you don't do the work that you need to do. When you fail, you are so angry with yourself that you want to destroy everything. Have we heard of stories of teenagers who committed suicide maybe because their girlfriend left them? I heard a story of one who committed suicide because he asked for something from their parents and their parents did not give them. Have we had any
What does
such
suicide mean?
experiences? Yes, Victoria, what did you say?
What does suicide
Okay,
means?
suicide is when someone kills themselves. So some people have gone that far to kill themselves, take something to kill themselves because they don't love you. Because tell me, if you love yourself, you will love yourself so much that you will not go and take anything that will harm you, right? So most people, when they face rejection, when they fail, I've heard of someone, I think the last jam, someone who didn't score, I think she wanted to score like 300 and something. She scored less than that and she fell into depression. Okay, so when you love yourself, you find out that you understand what failure is. We're going to talk about that in our later classes, right? You understand that, okay, nothing is really perfect, but we are all work in progress. So if you do something today and it doesn't work, you can do better tomorrow. There's always room for improvement. Okay, there is always room for improvement. So when you love yourself, okay, you love yourself, whether you fail, whether you pass, in every situation you love yourself. So when you fail, you learn from your failures. Okay, because when you truly fail is when you don't learn from that thing. If for example, if you really wanted to score an A in an exam and you find out that you scored a D, even though after crying or whatever, you need to go back and ask yourself, so what really happened? Did I read this term? Okay, if I read, how often did I read? How did I read? How can I ensure that I get an A next term? Then you put a system for yourself. I need to read every day 1 hour. I need to read 2 hours every day. I need to go through my notes every day. And you have a plan, and you find out that when you follow that plan, you will get better. Okay, so if you are waiting for everything to be perfect before you take action, that's a sign of lack of self-love. Another sign of lack of self-love is tolerating toxic and abusive relationships. Like I said, you're in a relationship every day. You have friends, and when they come around, all they tell you is how terrible you are, how ugly you are, how fat you are, how they are just managing you, how you're not even in their league, and you are just trying to fit in because you want to be in their midst. You don't love yourself. If you love yourself, you know that you should not be there. Okay, another sign is negative self-talk. When you keep telling yourself, I'm not good enough, everybody in my class is more intelligent, see me, I have a big head, my body is not even fine, my head is big, my eyes are ugly. Maybe you make a mistake and you feel like, See how some people go as far as calling them themselves or they're like me. See the nonsense that I did now. Everybody's going to laugh at me. Negative self-talk and constant criticism. It's a sign of lack of self-love. When you love yourself, you know that you are a king, you know that you are a prince, you know that you are a princess. So you talk to yourself with respect and love. All right? You do not use Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue. I'm sorry, I'm a Christian, so pardon me for my examples, but yeah, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So be careful the things you speak about yourself with your tongue. Even when you make mistakes, you can still speak life to yourself. Okay? All right, I'm a work in progress. I'm getting better at this. Don't ever put yourself down. Another thing is low self-esteem, feeling like you are not worthy, like you are worthless. Anywhere you go, you are like this. You want to disappear. You cannot raise up your face to look at people. You cannot raise up your face to talk to people. You can't look people in the eyes and talk to them. Anywhere you go, your face is down. When you are sitting down, you are sitting in one corner. You are acting like you are not good enough. Every other person is better than you. Low self-esteem is a sign of lack of self-love. Okay, so you must always know that you are valuable. Engaging in self-sabotaging behaviors is another one. I talked about drugs before. Yes, I talked about that we have that the bad habits, bad companies, exposing yourself to things that are not right for you. Remember that we are product of our decisions and our actions. Everything you're doing today is important and is going to speak in the future. So if you love yourself, you know that, I want to be a great child. I can't do this. I can't take drugs. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't be engaged in this kind of thing. All right. So engaging in wrong attitude is a sign of lack of self-love. Avoiding to take care of yourself. Some people cannot take care of themselves. Oh. You will not wear neat clothes. You will not wash your underwears. You will not take care of yourself. Some of us have body odor and we don't take care of ourselves. You're not bathing well. You're not using deodorant. You're not wearing neat clothes. You're waiting for mommy to help you wash everything and wear everything. You need to know that you are a prince, you are a princess. You need to treat yourself with love. Because if you don't learn to take care of yourself now, I'm sorry for you. Okay, so you need to know that you are a special person. So how do you treat a special person? If the governor is coming to your house, how are you going to be dressed? Are you just going to wear your boxers and singlets and wait for President Tinubu? Or maybe your pastor or somebody special is coming to your house. You're not going to wear boxers and singlets, or you won't brush your mouth. Like, you need to know that you are special. So taking care of yourself is an act of self-love. Iron your clothes, make your hair look pretty, look handsome. Keep yourself neat. Okay? That is how to love yourself. Because if you don't know how to take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of any other person tomorrow. So you must learn to take care of your things, take care of your clothes, take care of your body. Respect your body, clean up, dress well. That's an act of self-love. Do you know that when you dress well, you feel more confident? How do you feel on Sundays when you dress, you know that you're wearing something beautiful and you come out? There's a way you feel, right? And when you wear what you don't like to church, tell me the truth, how do you feel? Do you feel good when you are not dressed well? Can I hear somebody say something? Do you feel good when you're not dressed well?
Yes.
No, I feel
No.
ugly.
I feel bad.
No.
You feel bad, right? But when
Maybe
you're dressing
I'll
No,
feel
so good, so
embarrassed.
well, how do you feel?
negative.
Good, embarrassed. So how do you feel when you're well dressed and you're looking good?
Good.
I feel
I
happy.
feel like a king.
You see? You see?
I feel
So you
good.
see, you feel good when you're well dressed, when you take care of yourself, you feel good.
I feel
All right.
shy.
I didn't get that.
I feel sharp. That's what she said.
You feel sharp. Good. You feel sharp. Everyone feels good and confident when they dress well. So you see, it's important to take care of yourself. All right. So when you're not taking care of yourself, when you're not dressing well, when you're not keeping yourself neat, is not an act of self-love in any way. Comparing yourself with others, hmm? Comparing oneself unfavorably to others is another thing. Some of you are very okay, but as long as you love what you're wearing, you're beautiful. Immediately you get maybe to church or to a function, a birthday party, and you see somebody else, you just feel like this person is looking better than me. Your mood will change. You will not smile again all through that day. Or you go for a lecture, you meet somebody that you feel like this person is all giving, is well dressed than myself, and your mood is off. Some of us, you compare yourselves, your talents with other people, and you start feeling bad. Maybe your own is to dance, another person's own is to sing. And when the person is singing, you now start feeling terrible. I don't even know how to sing. You're comparing yourself unfavorable with other people. And that's not an act of self-love. All right, because we are all different. We all have the unique gifts, and we need to appreciate ourselves, on our gifts, improve us in ourselves than comparing ourselves with other people, because that makes you feel bad and terrible. That's not an act of self-love. Some of us, you don't know how to say no. Even when they're asking you to do something bad, you cannot say no. You don't love yourself. Mm-mm. Yes, difficulty saying no, over committing to doing the things that you know that you cannot do just because you want to still remain friends or be in the good book of some people is not right. So you need to be able to set boundaries, know when to say no. I can't really help you with this right now because I need to help my mommy out. I can't help you with this out right now because I need to read my book. I can't do this right now because I need to do some important things. Learn to say no when it is necessary is very important. Okay, set healthy boundaries. Set healthy girls set. Okay,
Do
Victoria,
you
I'll
know?
take your question later. Okay, just hold on. Okay, set boundaries. Set boundaries. Boundaries with friends, boundaries with know when people are crossing their lines, and also respect other people's boundaries. All right, respect people's boundaries and let them respect your own boundaries. Let your no be no, let your yes be yes. Girls have boundaries, boys have boundaries. When you have friends that are male, have boundaries. Males that have friends that are female have boundaries. We all need boundaries, both female, male to male, female to female. We all need to have boundaries. Okay, don't worry, Grace. I'll give you time for questions. Okay. All right. Another thing is seeking validation. Validation. You want every other person to tell you that you can do it, you are good enough, but you're not telling yourself that you're good enough. It's okay to be validated, but when all you want is other people validating you, you're not validating yourself. You will feel bad. If you look very good and you know that you are beautiful and nobody tells you you are beautiful and you start feeling sad all day, that's not good. All right. So don't seek too much validation outside. Learn to approve of yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to accept yourself the way that you are. Okay. All right. So, Victoria, let me take your question. Victoria first, then Grace. Yes, Victoria, let me hear your question.
When you're saying that we should set boundaries, do you mean that like we should make ourselves okay, dress well, to set boundaries?
Okay. What I mean by setting boundaries, right, is like when you have friends, okay? When you have friends that you play together or you do things together, and let's say for instance, okay, let me give you this example now. When your friend comes to your house, do you take them to your mommy's room or your daddy's room?
No.
You can't take them there, right? Because that will be crossing your boundary.
Yes.
Do you understand that? Now, for you to, you need to set boundaries in a way that when you have, you know, your values, right? And
Yes.
you have friends that you know that, let's say you have friends who lie and who steal,
Okay.
and you find out that they tell you go and do this, and you know that you are not that person, you shouldn't do that kind of thing. You setting boundaries is like telling them no, that's overboard, I can't do that, that's not who I am. Or you have friends who want you to do things that against your values. All right, setting boundaries is you telling them no, you can't do that. Or you as a girl, right, you are dressing up, and maybe you have a friend, or you have a friend or a cousin that is male, and you are dressing up in the room, and the person is coming to your room. At that point, setting boundaries is that no, I want to change, so you cannot cross this place. Setting boundaries is also when you are playing, you're not letting anybody touch your body anyhow, whether
Yes.
it's play or anything. Those are boundaries. Okay, you know that this is me, no, I don't like this. That's setting boundaries. It's you being able to say, I don't like this, please, even though we're friends and we play, don't do this to me, it's not accepted. Don't hit me on my butt, don't hit me on my breast, it is not accepted. It's boundaries. So not having boundaries at all is you play anyhow, you do anything, both good bad, that is not right. Okay, so Victoria, do you
Okay.
understand what boundaries means now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Thank
Grace,
you.
let me hear your question.
Good evening, ma'am.
Grace, you were raising up your hand, yes.
Speaking of having friends that will tell you what to do and you don't dress well. What if they don't tell you that? What if they don't like sabotage you and tell you all those mean stuff? You're just not happy with what you have. What do you do?
Okay, you're not happy with the kind of clothes that you have. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I want to understand your question very well, right? Your friends are not being mean to you. They're telling you that okay, you're not dressed well because that's what you have. Can I understand your question better so I know how to answer it?
Oh, like they don't talk to you anyhow. Instead, they make you look as if you also dress like one of them. But you're not just happy with everything you have. What do you?
Okay, so it's not your friends now, it is you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So you see, that's why we're talking about self-love. Now, we're talking of loving yourself and accepting yourself. So loving yourself is, you remember when I started, I said loving yourself is not only loving the good part of you, it's loving your strengths and your weaknesses, loving and accepting yourself the way that you
Yeah.
are, appreciating yourself, appreciating what you have. Because sometimes for now it's your parents that are providing for you. It's not like you're working, right? So you can only make do with what you have. You don't even have money to go and get. Even if you have money, you have to make do with what your parents give you, right? So you need to
Yes,
learn
ma'am.
to appreciate whatever it is that you have. You know, when we talked about self-esteem, we talked about how you feel about yourself. And you know that it's not from outside, it's from inside. So you need to ask yourself, why am I not comfortable with what I have? Okay, why am I feeling this way about these things that I have? Am I feeling like I am not good enough? But it's not true. Do you understand? Then you look at yourself
Yeah.
and tell yourself, but I'm good, I'm beautiful, but this really looks good. You switch your thoughts about yourself and tell yourself positive things. Then you see, we talked about comparing. Sometimes we're good, but when we look at other people and feel that they are better than us, we will start feeling bad. So it's possible that you're comparing what you have to what another person has, and that's why you're feeling like it's not good enough. Okay? So you must
Yes,
learn
ma'am.
to appreciate what you have, because if you can appreciate what you have, when you have a better one, you'll be more grateful and you will appreciate it. But if you don't appreciate what you have now, you would think that maybe if I have this one, I'll be happier. When you get that one, you will not be happy. When you get another one, you will not be happy. Do you understand? So that's why I said loving yourself is about
Yes.
loving yourself and accepting yourself just the way that you are, not adding, not removing. Love yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your inadequacies, every good thing about you, every bad thing about you, every single thing. Love and accept yourself. Okay? All right. So you
Yes.
have to learn to love yourself. Just keep asking yourself, okay, how can I love myself better? But this looks good. Say positive things about yourself, and that will really help you. Did that help,
Okay.
Grace?
Yes, ma. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So let's look at some ways that we can practice self-love. Okay. Last week we said discover yourself, know yourself. When you know yourself and understand yourself, when you know the way you like to dress, the things that you love to do, even when people are saying things to you, you feel okay because you know that this is me. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this is why I love doing what I am doing. Okay? Now, be intentional about building routines around your life. Okay? Wake up, pray, say affirmations, have a gratitude journal, do things that make you happy. Speak positively to yourself. Go to the mirror every day and tell yourself, I love you. I am beautiful. Sometimes when I dress up, I look at myself and I say, I am wonderfully and fearfully made. See, fine girl, beautiful eyes, pretty nose. I am so perfect. I tell myself that. I'm not waiting for someone to tell me that. You're not waiting for one boy to tell you that you are beautiful or one girl to tell you that you are handsome. You know that you are beautiful. So you say that to yourself every day. Okay? Embrace your uniqueness. Understand that you are unique. You're different from everybody. Nobody is like you, and you're not like anybody. So embrace who you are. Love and accept yourself the way that you are. Last week we were talking about a cheetah. A lion cannot be as fast as a cheetah. A cheetah cannot swim like a fish. All right. A chicken cannot soar like an eagle. We are all different and unique. So everybody embrace your uniqueness. Embrace your difference. There's no need for comparison because we're all unique and different. And have a grateful heart. Be grateful to God for your family. Be grateful for what you have. I want to encourage all of us to have a gratitude journal. Every day, just think of one thing that you're grateful for. Grateful for your family, grateful for your friends, grateful that you have two eyes, you have a beautiful nose, that you can walk. Just be grateful for yourself and for your life. That is an act of self-love. Okay? So one assignment I want to give you guys today is I want you to do a picture card for me. You'll send it to the group. All right, I'll send a sample to the group. It's quite unfortunate I'm not able to share my slide because of the network, right? You make a picture slide. We have some affirmations in your module, right? Take maybe if you want to use the whole affirmations, or you take the best 5 that you want. Put a picture of
Yes.
yourself, and you write, I am Christine Daniel. I am happy to be me. I am confidently me. I am enough. I love and accept myself the way I am. I am proud of who I am becoming. Okay? I want you to do that with your picture and paste it in your room and say it every day. You need to love yourself. You need to accept yourself the way that you are. Everybody type in the comment section, I love and accept myself the way that I am.
I love and accept myself the way I am.
Yes, and I want you to type it in the comment section. I love and accept myself the way that I am. Okay? I love and accept myself the way that I am. You don't need to be like
I love
any other person.
the way
You
I
are
am.
perfect the way that you are. Okay? You are perfect the way that you are. So, self love is about taking care of yourself, valuing yourself like a prince, like a princess, like a king. All right? And being enough just the way that you are. You don't need, sometimes we need to start learning to be confident in ourselves. You need to love yourself enough that if you get somewhere and every other person, their values don't align with your own, you can stay alone and be okay with yourself. You need to love yourself enough that when everyone around you is doing the wrong thing, you can stand and say, no, that's not who I am, and not do that thing. Okay? So by practicing these habits that we've talked about, you can build a strong sense of self-love and acceptance. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to accept yourself. You're just okay. Francisca, you are perfect like you are. Ikem Snatchy, you are okay the way you are. Fumilayo, Temilola, Ujuamara, okay? Temilola, Fatima, Aliza, you are perfect the way that you are. You don't need to look like any other person. You don't need to speak like somebody else. You don't need to act like somebody else. You need to know that you are perfect and you need to love yourself like that. So imagine you know that you are perfect. You imagine you know that you are the prettiest girl in the whole world, or the most handsome and most intelligent guy in the whole world. How are you going to walk? How are you going to carry yourself? That's how I want you to carry yourself, because that's confidence. You don't have to be perfect, but you just need to be you, because God has already made you perfect. So, when we talk about loving and accepting yourself, nurturing self love and acceptance, it's very, very important. Because if you don't love yourself, people will make a mess of you. People have gone into relationships that they know that they are not being loved. Like I talked about, you're in a relationship and you know that these people don't like you. You have friends that you are just forcing yourself to be in their midst. They don't like when you come, everybody just their face like, and they will tell you mean things, and you just want to be a part of them. It means you don't love yourself. So you need to love yourself enough. Okay? Love yourself enough to stay away from toxic relationships. Love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Love yourself enough to know the things that are not good for you. Know the food that is not good for your body and don't eat it. Love yourself enough not to be taking junks that will mess your system up or make you fall sick. Love yourself enough to eat healthy, exercise, and be active. Love yourself enough to read your book in order to pass your exams. Love yourself enough to be observant, to see that these people around me are not good. They are not people. These people, the things that they are doing, they will influence me wrongly. And you take a step, even if they have to laugh at you or anything, but you know who you are. Okay? So it is important to love yourself and accept yourself just the way that you are. Okay, so after this class, I'm going to send them a screenshot of my own picture card and affirmation, and so that you all do it and send it to the group. Remember, I said you're going to send put your picture. You can do it on Canva or any app that you're more comfortable with, and you write your affirmations. I am Christine Daniel. I am happy to be me. I am confidently me. I am enough. I love and accept myself the way I am. I am proud of who I am becoming. Remember that nobody can love you better than you love yourself. And loving yourself means that you'll be able to love people right. Okay? Because you love your neighbor as yourself. You have to love yourself, take care of yourself in order for you to be able to take care of other people. Okay, so that's where I'm going to stop today. I would like you to tell me in the comment section. If you have any question, let me know. You can ask your questions right now. You can ask your questions right now. Then in the comment section, just type what stood out for you. What is it that you've learned about self-love and self-acceptance today? What have you learned about self-love and self-acceptance today? All right, so I'm expecting your answers.
When you're saying that we should write our values, can we also write it like instead of writing it in a journal, can we also write it at the back of our diaries?
Yes, you can. You can, but for them, in our manual, right, there are other questions. There are lots of questions there that will help you discover yourself more. That way,
I don't have my manual yet.
yeah. But have you downloaded it? It's
No.
on the group. You can tell your mom or someone to help you download it. The link is on the group. Okay.
Okay.
So you can also look at the questions and answer them in your journal. That's another option. Okay, I need to practice positive self-talk more. It's very important. How can you practice positive self-talk? Is to learn to write affirmations for yourself, and immediately you say that wrong thing to yourself, right? Just real. As soon as you say that wrong thing to yourself, right? Immediately correct yourself. If you say anything negative to yourself, as soon as you catch yourself, say the counter opposite. Immediately, let's imagine that you just tell yourself, what stupid thing did I do now? Just immediately just tell yourself, no, I'm a work in progress. I'm doing well. Okay. I'm learning from my mistakes. Okay. Just immediately switch it to something positive. Is that clear? So learn to say positive things to yourself. It's
We can't hear you, ma.
I've been unmuted this whole time. Awkward. You.
Is she here? I can't see her. Okay. Okay then, I'll take the class. Stop talking. Let me go and get this one. How is it? Stop talking. She's here.
sorry, Mimi, and network has been wonderful today. So did we drop our comments in the comment section? Okay, what did you learn today? What do you learn today? We've overshot our time because of network. I apologize for that. What have we all learned today? Yes,
I learned that
who's talking?
I learned that we should
like
love ourselves.
ourselves the way we are.
Love and accept ourselves the way we are. Yes, who else?
I learned that we should love ourselves in a way that God will love us too.
Okay, beautiful. Yes.
Do
Yes,
not
who else?
underrate yourself. Do not underrate yourself.
Very key. Do never ever underrate yourself. Never underrate yourself. Yes, who else?
Lower stress, like reduce stress.
Yes, and the way you reduce stress is by loving yourself. So when you love yourself, you won't do things that will stress. You won't do things that are not good for you, because when you're doing
Make
the
you
wrong thing.
angry.
Say positive things about yourself. Say positive things about
Very
yourself.
important. Say positive things about yourself. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Always ask yourself, this thing I'm saying to myself, if it comes to pass, will I like it? Will I like it? All right. So always speak what you want to see. You have to learn to do that. What else? Have high
Treat
self-esteem.
yourself
Yes.
well. Treat yourself well.
Treat yourself well. Very important. I learned difference between self-love and selfishness. Yes. Treat yourself well. You are special. And remember that when you are treating yourself well at the detriment of another person or making other people feel terrible, that's selfishness. Okay? Because self-love doesn't take advantage of other people. It just knows that, okay, I need to take care of myself now. I need to do this to help myself, but you're not taking advantage of another
Don't
person.
don't
Yes.
always don't
Who
always
else?
be
Who
angry
else?
whenever you see someone else which have a nice clothes. Don't always be angry.
True. Yeah,
Exactly.
true.
So don't compare yourself with another person. Just be content with what you have. Okay? Good. So who else? Who else?
What you have.
AKM snatching.
Be
Be
grateful for
unique.
what you have.
I said mine.
Oh, all right. Be
I've
unique.
said mine too.
Be unique.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's mute. Let's mute. Let's mute so that
Have
I can
high
hear myself. Let's mute. Okay.
self-esteem.
Have a high self-esteem. So you see, you need to love yourself. It's very,
Be
very important. Always
be
remember that you
unique.
are special. Yeah, you're special and you are very unique. Okay? So don't make sure that you love yourself the way that you are. Okay? Okay, so that's going to be it for us today. Please, if you've not downloaded the manual, try and download the manual. Okay? Download the manual so that you can do the assignments. The questions there are to help you with the things that we've learned in class. All right. And we also have, you just have a summary of what we've done today to help you go through it. And you see, whenever you learn something, right? Whenever you learn something, you have to act on it. All right. Victoria, stop distracting. Thank you. You have to act on it. So what are you going to do this week to show yourself love? What are you going to do this week? Type it in the comment section. What are you going to do this week? What are some of the steps that you will take this week to ensure that you are loving yourself more and you are accepting yourself the way that you are? What will you do? What will you do this week? What act of self-love will you do? Be happy for what you have, yes. Practice self-talk, positive self-talk more, and not compare yourself to others. Beautiful. Carry myself in high esteem. Very, very important. Carry yourself with high esteem and have high value. Yes. What else are you going to do? Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your room. Take care of your belongings. Okay. Smell nice. Don't finish people with body odor. Have a positive self-talk. Very important. Say good things to yourself. Throughout this week, I want you to every morning go to the mirror, look at yourself, and tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am handsome. Don't compare yourself with others. Tidy my environment and dress myself well. Beautiful. Don't
Don't be
compare
too
yourself with
emotional. Don't be too
don't be
emotional.
well. Yes, just learn from your emotions. There's no emotion that is really bad. It's all about what you do with your emotions. For those of us who have learned about emotional intelligence, right? So just be wise. Whenever you're feeling somehow, ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? Tell yourself the truth. Okay, I'm feeling what okay, why did I just start screaming at everybody? Why did I even cry when that thing happened? Okay, just always look at your emotions and ask yourself, why did I act this? Why am I so happy right now? Why am I even sad? Why did I even say that to myself? Okay, and that will help you learn to name your emotions. All right, when you're feeling frustrated or whatever, and get over them. Don't compare yourself with others. All right, guys, thank you very much. That's it on the Boost Your Confidence course today. I hope that you've really learned something today. Learn to love yourself. So one more time, let's type, I love and accept myself.
I love and
So on
accept
the
myself.
type it. I love and accept myself the way that I am. Okay, just type it in the comment section. I love and accept myself the way that I am. All right. So I'll send the video in the group, and I'll also send I'll just send the picture, that slide, since we couldn't see the slide because of the network, and the slide of the picture card. That one, I want everybody to do it and send it to me today. I'll just send you, yes. So you do your own and send it. Put your picture and write your affirmations on them. All right. Okay. So thank you, everyone. See you next week. But before we go, can we all on our cameras and sing the Unstoppable song? We might not be able to play it because I don't even know if I trust this. I don't know if I trust this network right now, but can we put on our cameras? We've really not been putting our cameras on for this class. It's only a few people that I'm seeing their faces, and some people that I'm seeing their faces are also they are being distracting some people. Like Victoria has just been putting some funny things and distracting some people. All right. Okay, so Ejiob, can we play Unstoppable if it's possible? If it's not possible, who can remember our slogan? Confidence is what? Who can remember that? Who can remember the slogan?
Confidence is my superpower.
Good.
Confidence is my
I
superpower.
stand tall.
I shine bright because the confident me is unstoppable.
Yes, Samuel. Yes. That's beautiful. All right. Confidence is my superpower, right? I stand tall, I shine bright because the confident me is unstoppable. Can we all say it together, everyone? Confidence is my
Confidence is my superpower.
I
I stand bright.
I stand tall,
Confidence
I shine bright.
bright
The confident
because
me
confidence in me
is
is
because
unstoppable.
the confident
Me
is
is unstoppable.
all right. So thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Okay, I'll see you next week. Okay, don't forget to love and accept yourself the way that you are. Throughout this week, every day, write it in your book. I love and accept myself the way that I am. Okay, so bye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the class. I'll see you next week, Saturday. Okay.
Victoria, you're not funny at
Okay.
all.
Okay, so
Victoria, you're not funny at all. Nonsense.
Stop being mean on the chat.
Okay, so bye bye everyone. No. Quiet. No.